everybody, it's Mel. Thank you for joining me today for my December TBR game. So this month in December, I'm going to be playing the Bucketlistathon game board from the readathon Bucketlistathon, which was created by Danny Dabbles. I will link Danny's channel down below so you can go and subscribe to them and check out all the information about Bucketlistathon. It's actually running in November, so it's currently running because it's November now when I'm filming, but I didn't really think that I would be able to join in the readathon properly, but I did watch a few people play the game and it looked like fun. So I've decided to play it for December and yeah, just have a lot of fun with it. My normal TBR game, Roll of Reads, I will pick up again in January and I'll talk more about that in January. This game is separate, so it's not going to include any rewards or punishments from previous month's TBR Roll of Reads. It's just going to be its own thing. So yeah. Like I said, I thought it looked like a lot of fun, so I decided to use it to determine what books I'm going to read in the month of December. This is my copy of the board game. I did start to cut it out, but anyway, it's not important, but that's why that's flopping around. So as you can see, it is a little kind of like pathway that you travel around, and there are a few rules to do with where you can enter and how you can travel around. So as you may be able to see, there's a couple of spots where you can kind of enter the game board, and you can also use those spots to come off the game board and travel to one of the other spots that are similar, which I will be doing probably once in the game. There are another couple of rules which I didn't quite understand, so we're not going to worry about that too much because we're not playing for the readathon, we're just playing for fun. But yeah, this is the TBR game here. As I said, this was created by Danny over at Danny Dabbles, and I think it looks like a lot of fun, like I keep saying and then keep saying. Let's get on with the game, shall we? So I have pre-recorded all of me playing the game, so we're going to go and watch that footage now and then, or in a moment, and then we will come back and talk about what books I have chosen. Before I do that game though, I just want to mention a couple of books that I definitely need to read in December or want to try and get to at any rate. So first of all, I have my book club pick for my book club. My book club is a quarterly book club that I run, like I said, once a quarter. So it's a fairly casual readathon and you have 3 months to read each book. There's a live show for each book at the end of the 3 months. It's part of my Discord. I have now actually expanded my Discord so that it's a general come and join and chat about books and do some read-alongs and maybe join the buddy read / book club. So if you'd like to have a chat with some people, yeah, just generally have some fun, please consider joining my Discord. It's linked down below. Even if you don't want to join us for the book club, which of course you're more than welcome to do so, you can dip in and out. Anything that sounds interesting, read with us. Anything that doesn't, don't worry about it. But anyway, I'm probably going to start this in November, but I will need to continue it and finish it off in December because we're having the live show a little bit earlier, right halfway through the month, just because it's December and Christmas and everything. So the book for that is The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. Some of my lovely book club members have already read it and really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to get started on that one. So if I don't finish it in November, it will need to continue into December. Then I have Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany's book club for her Patreon, and those details are linked down below as well. Anyone I talk about in this video will be down below. Sorry, I should probably just speak on the baby crying. They are with their dad, they are fine, but they're getting a little bit clingy, so if they are put in the lounge room, which is perfectly safe and set up for them, by themselves, when there are parents around and they know that parents are around and not in with them, they get a bit upset. So they're fine, they're just, you know, being a baby, being a toddler. So I just wanted to address that. Anyhow, what was I saying? Yes, Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany's Patreon book club, which I keep saying I'm going to join this year, and I think I've read one book and didn't even join the book club because it's often at like 4 in the morning for me. But anyway, the book is Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. Now, I've only read one T. Kingfisher before, and I thought it was interesting and I thought it was well written, but I didn't love it, but it might have been because it didn't live up to the hype. Whereas this one, I haven't heard as much about, and I'm intrigued to give it a try. It is a retelling, I think, of Snow White, so I'm interested in that as well. But anyway, yes, so we have The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. We have potentially, hopefully, Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher, and then I am probably going to be buddy reading Two Twisted Crowns, which I was supposed to read this month, but I haven't heard from Ellie from Elgrove Books, who I'm buddy reading it with. She was only halfway through One Dark Window, which is the first book the last time I spoke to her about it, so I figure I'm going to be able to get away with end of November, beginning of December to read that book, so that will be going on the TBR as well. At least some of it. And I don't think I have anything else. Nothing for Meredith's Patreon and nothing for Paige's Patreon as far as I know. Hopefully I can include those 3 books in my TBR, but we'll see how we get on. So anyway, let's go ahead now to previous Mel, past Mel, so that we can see how the game went, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you what I'm going to be reading for those roles. So I'm going to be using this little, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. This is the smallest doll in Babushka doll, and I just thought it was cute and I thought it would work for this. So we're starting over near physical TBR, and I think I mentioned this already, but I'm going to be using an 8-sided dice. Okay, so let's do our first roll. Is a 3. 1, 2, 3. TBR Veteran or 1, 2, 3, 5 stars. Let's go TBR Veteran. 1, 2, 3, just because that's a little bit easier. It's easier to know what's a TBR Veteran versus what might be a 5-star. Alright, so roll number 2 is a 6. Alright, that's pretty good. So do we want to go? Let's see where we would go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coup connections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 finish a series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 your pick. Or we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to booktuber pick. 5, 6 to hyped read. Or we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to debut author. 3, 4, 5, 6 to favourite author. I think I'm going to save my jumping out of the square for the moment. So we're going to go, what did we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go around to finish a series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a couple that I could do. Let's go with roll number 3. Is a 3. So we can go 1, 2, 3 to different perspective. 1, 2, 3 to the book stack, which book stack, random number generate, must select read. Okay, cool. Where was I? Or we could go 1, 2, 3, 4 to hidden gem. 3 to 5 stars again. Or 1, 2, yeah, okay. Let's go to book stack. That sounds like fun. 1, 2, 3. All right, roll 4 is a 6, another 6. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for favourite author. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for connections. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Libby Chicken, 6 for different perspective. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's go this way. We're going to go this way. We're going to keep going this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for connections, or booktuber pick, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for favourite author. Let's go booktuber pick, because that's fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, roll number 5. I'm going to try and go out and back around to series, I think, if I can. And we've got a 6, so we should be able to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Chonky read or different perspective. Let's go different perspective, I think. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, different perspectives. Awesome. So I think I might do another couple of rolls just because it's fun. So I don't know, there's nothing in particular that I'd like to get. I think short read would be good. Stunning cover, I've got plenty of those. My pick is always a good one. Discord poll is fun. Scavenger hunt is fun. End of year goal. I mean, I don't have any specific end of year goals, but I do have goals. Or connections sounds like fun as well. So let's do another couple. So let's go for our 6th roll, which is 8. Oh, interesting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to debut author, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to end of year list, or 8 to hyped read, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to Discord poll, 7, 8 to book stack again, or we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to end of year goal, 5, 6, 7, 8 to Discord poll, or your pick, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to stunning cover, 8 to connections. Let's go to connections. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I wasn't doing that because I've already done that. Sorry. Let's do that again. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to end of year list. 7, 8 to 7, 8 to hot off the press, 7, 8 to hype to read, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to Discord poll, 8 to your pick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 5 stars, 8 to debut author. Let's just go your pick. Let's just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And let's do a 7th roll. I'm going to do 8 rolls just because it's fun, just because I'm enjoying myself. 8 rolls. So we've got roll number 7, another 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, end of year goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, chunky read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, book stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, favourite author. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to connections. Did I say 7? It was 6. Where did I get 7 from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, favourite author. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, booktuber pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, scavenger hunt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Libby chicken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, TBR veteran. Let's go to favourite author. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to favourite author. And then our final roll number 8, was a 1. So connections, perfect, because I wanted to get that. Okay, so as you just saw, I had so much fun that I decided to play the game a bit longer and get a few more prompts than I would have normally planned to. Certainly more than I was doing in my roll of reads, because I'm not playing this for rewards or punishments. It's just a standalone thing. So I thought it didn't matter, because even though I probably won't get to those 8 books, it doesn't really matter, but it's fun, if that makes sense. So the first roll that I got landed me on TBR Vet. So let's have a look at a TBR Vet. I do also have some audiobook potential options and also ebook potential options. Well, let's have a look at physical book first, and then we'll see. Yeah, we'll just see. So, okay. Well, these are all new, so I'm not going to pick them. So the Wolf Den is relatively old book on my TBR. The Great Alone is, but I think I'm going to pick that for a different prompt. Wild and Wicked Things is quite a TBR Vet. Shadow of the Winter Moon. Actually, I know what I'm going to pick. I am actually going to read The Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marilia. So this is a book that I've had on my TBR for quite a while. I borrowed it from my friend Bibiana. I keep not reading it. I borrowed it like maybe 3 years ago now, which is pretty bad, especially considering I haven't read it. And it's a book that she loves. So I really, really need to read it so I can get it back to her. I've been hesitating because it's the first in a series, and also I have a potential other plan for it. But I can do the potential other plan for it, but just move things around a bit. And yeah, I've been studying series anyway, so I really shouldn't, make a thing of that. So I don't know how many books there are in the series. I don't think it says. Oh, we'll figure that out. But anyway, this is the first in the series. Like I said, this is The Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marilia. I believe this is a retelling of some sort. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's a retelling of something. But it is an Irish sort of folklore mythology inspired story. So it's got Lord Colum of Seven Waters is blessed with 7 children, but it is Saoirse, the youngest child and only daughter, who alone is destined to defend her family and protect her land from the invading Britons. For Saoirse is the only one who escapes the cruel influence of Lady Unag, her father's new wife. She is exiled and cast out into the forest. She falls into the hands of a feared enemy, and it's a bit of a romance as well. I've heard really good things about this one. I've heard great things about Juliet Marilla's writing in general, so I'm excited to read this one, and I really don't know why I've been putting it off, but yeah, it's going on the TBR. It is relatively long. Oh, it's not that bad. It's 500 and something pages long, so it's not huge, but it's also not particularly small. But anyway, it's going on the TBR, so we'll see. Hoping to get to it because I really do want to read it, and also I really need to get back to Bibiana. So yeah, that's the first book. Okay, so the second prompt that I got was to finish a series. So for that, I am going to read The Voyage Home by Pat Barker. This is another myth retelling. This is Greek mythology this time. This is the 3rd book, and I think, hopefully, final book in, I'm not sure what the series is called, but the first one was The Silence of the Girls. And it is a Trojan War retelling. So in this one, we follow Cassandra, and we also follow Clytemnestra. So Cassandra, who is the, what does it say? What are they calling her? War wife to King Agamemnon, and then his actual wife, Queen Clytemnestra. So it's following both of those women. So one is coming back from Troy with Agamemnon as his enslaved war wife, so concubine basically, and the other one as his left behind but actual law-abiding, well, not maybe not law-abiding, but lawful wife, that's the word. So yeah, I've really enjoyed the first 2 books in the series. I love Pat Barker's writing style, so I'm excited to finish the series off and read this one. All right. Then I had book stack, so bear with while I figure out what that means. Random number generator selects a must read. All right, so I'm actually not going to do that. I'm not going to do a random number generator because I have my TBR box here with all of my TBR books. This is my physical TBR, so I'm just going to use this instead of a instead of a random number generator, because I figure this basically is, well, it's definitely a randomizer. So yeah, all right, so let's give it a little shake. It's sort of a version of shuffling, and I will then squish it all around. By the way, I think I've picked one. The colours mean absolutely nothing. I just like coloured paper. So this is the one that jumped onto my finger, and that's it there. Oh, okay, so it's Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. Let me just grab it. So I actually started this one a while ago and then put it down for whatever reason. I can't remember why, but it wasn't a DNF. It was I guess it ended up being a soft DNF, but it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying the book. I just had other things going on. So anyway, this is the book here, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. So this is the first in what I think is a trilogy. So again, starting another series, but that's okay. And yeah, I was enjoying what I'd read of it, and I'd heard really great things about this one. So this is a kind of fantasy romance, and we are following a curmudgeonly, it's a word you don't hear very often, professor called Emily Wilde. She lives in a world in which it's our world, it's a different version of our world, and fairies are actually real creatures, and she studies them. So she is very logical, she's very research-based, data-based, so yeah, it's like a fantasy world, but the character is not super fantastical, which is interesting. And she travels to somewhere, it says far north, I think it might be like Iceland or somewhere like that, to study their fairies so she can include them in the encyclopedia. And then she is followed by her colleague who she doesn't really like, and yeah, it's a bit of a romance, like I said, and like I said, I was enjoying it. I've heard great things, so I'm going to start again because I don't remember much, but I'm excited to do so. Then we have booktuber pick. Now, I realized that I could probably do this in a number of different ways. It does say a book picked by a booktuber, so I think it could be like anything really. So you could go into someone else's TBR, pick a book from there, you could go, you could ask someone. There are a number of different ways. What I've decided to do is, a while ago, for my, I think, second booktube channel birthday, a bunch of friends collaborated with me to create a recommendations video and they recommended books for me. One of those people was Crystal from Bon Book Reviews, and I have bought the book that it's one of the few books that I actually own that I haven't read yet from that video. It was the book she recommended to me, and so it just kind of makes sense. She's a booktuber. Her channel's down below, like I said, like everyone. And yeah, I haven't read it. I keep meaning to, but I haven't. So that's this one here, The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. So this is something a little bit different from what we've got so far. This is not fantastical. It is historical fiction, however. So it is about Lenny. She's caught in the riptide of her parents' passionate, stormy relationship. They move to Alaska and she is hoping that it will help out with everything. She meets Matthew. It says, an epic story of human survival and love and an intimate portrait of a family tested beyond endurance. The Great Alone offers a glimpse into a vanishing way of life in America. But yeah, I've heard really great things about this one and I'm excited to give it a try. Thank you, Crystal, for recommending it to me. The next prompt that I landed on was different perspective. Explanation for this prompt says that it needs to be from a perspective that is different from your own. So you could take this any number of ways, really. Hello everybody, it's Editing Mel. I'm just jumping in to say that actually for this prompt, I changed my mind since I have filmed the video. And what I'm actually going to be reading is Nagura Home by Carl Merison and Hakia Hustler. This was sent to me by the publisher, which is Magabala Books. They are an independent Australian Indigenous publisher. They sent me this book a little while ago and I haven't quite managed to get to it yet, but I definitely really need to. So it is from a Indigenous Australian perspective. We follow Mia, who is in her final year of university studying conservation and wildlife science. She's balancing her study with part-time vet nursing and volunteering at the local wildlife sanctuary. But she's called home because her father falls ill and she goes back home, and on country is where she faces deep family obligations and a reckoning with her brother. I am definitely keen to read this. I'm incredibly grateful to Magabala Books for sending this to me, so thank you so much. And yeah, I'm excited to get it on the TBR. The angle has changed a little bit there. I just needed to do something. Anyway, I'm back, and yes, let us look at the next prompt. For the next prompt, I got your pick, so that's actually harder than it seems because it's anything I want to read. I think I might reserve this space for either Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher or The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter, just because I haven't managed to fit them in yet and the TBR is getting quite long. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Either one of those. It depends on how I'm going with the Ali Carter because that's the next book I'm starting in November, but whether I finish it because like I said, I haven't been reading as much lately, so we'll see. But that's the book for your pick. Okay, so the next prompt that I landed on was favourite author. So again, I need to have a bit of a think about this one. Bear with. Okay, so I've decided to go with Night Watch by Terry Pratchett. This is the 5th, maybe, book in the City Watch series from the Discworld series. If you have watched my favourite fantasy series of all time, I will link that below. Then you'll know that the Discworld series is my, did I say third favourite? Yes, third favourite fantasy series of all time. And I've been slowly rereading some of the books and I'm slowly rereading the City Watch books. Very slowly because you won't have seen them come out. You won't have seen them appear in my videos this year. But anyway, I'm going to read the next one in the series. So this is following Sir Sam Vimes. This is a time travel one. And yeah, they're always funny. It is a satirical fantasy series. The City Watch is, as the name suggests, the police force in the biggest city on the disc. And yeah, I just love this series, so I'm excited to give it a reread. Okay, so the final prompt that I landed on was connections. And that means it must be connected to my previous read. So my last read was One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. So I could put Two Twisted Crowns on the TBR because it's connected, obviously, because it's the next book in the duology, and that would also be finishing out a duology. I'm saying this, I could do this because I was going to say I could do something else instead, but I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to add Two Twisted Crowns, which is not behind me, but I think it's over there. Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. This is the second book in a duology, which is, it does have a specific name. but I don't remember what it is, the duology. But anyway, this is the second book in that duology. We are following a young woman called Elsbeth, and it is a fantasy romance. I haven't finished the first book, but I have finished the first book. That's a total lie. I enjoyed the first book, and I'm keen to see where it goes. So that's going on the TBR for connected to my last read, because the last book I finished was One Dark Window, and obviously the next book in the duology is connected. So yeah. Okay, so that is the game. That is therefore my TBR. I don't think I'm going to get through this TBR, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should be 8 books on the TBR. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to get through the TBR, but I'm going to read some of these books, and I'm excited to give them a try / reread them. So a quick recap. I don't know if I can hold this. We have finished the series. Is that right? No. We have TBR Vet, which is Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marilia. We have finished a series, which is Voyage Home by Pat Barker. Randomize, which is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. We have, what came next was a booktuber pick. Yes, we have booktuber pick, which is The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. We have Different Perspective, which is The Healing Season of Pottery by someone whose name I've forgotten momentarily, but it's there on the spine. Then we have Your Pick, which is either going to be The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ella Carter, or what did I say it was? Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. Then we have Your Favourite Author, which is Terry Pratchett, The Night Watch by Terry Pratchett. And then I have Connections, which is Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillick. So yeah, that is my TBR for the month of December. Thank you so much to Danny for creating a really fun TBR game. Like I said, anyone that is talked about in this video is listed below, so please go and check them out. And that's it from me today. So make any comments that you have to make down in the comments below. If you'd like to leave me a comment but you don't know what, then leave me a bucket, because it's the Bucketlistathon reading game, TBR game. And yeah, that's everything. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, like I said, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.